FN, Olga called, breaking him out of the trance into which he'd momentarily slipped. He looked at her, and she was giving him a thumbs up and grinning at figuring out what RFN meant. Mark was almost shocked that she could be lighthearted in this situation. She obviously didn't comprehend the severity. It must be television's portrayal that the good guys never get shot, he thought, or that they think our guys can get here in time. Maybe it was good that she didn't get it. Hopefully none of them realized how much trouble they were in. He was afraid, though, that when the first one of them got shot, the rest of the team would fall apart. He had to do something. He stuck his rifle back out and waited for a gopher's head to pop up. When one did, he sent 2 quick rounds toward it. "Mark," Chris said excitedly, "2 of the guys are moving to the right." "Where?" She pointed, and he watched a pair of MZBs bent over so as not to expose themselves, making their way down the fence. They were about 40 yards from their original position and moving fast. He stepped back clear of Chris and sent several shots their way. The men disappeared completely, but a second later they returned fire. Things were going from bad to worse in a hurry. If the guys on the fence line spread out enough, the team wouldn't be able to make them all stay down. Mark knew that if they were going to have a chance, if his baby was going to have a chance, he had to do something quickly. A plan formed in his mind. He looked at the trees between here and the fence. They were further apart than he would have liked them to be, but it could work. "Chris, watch those guys. If they stick a little toe out, blow it off." "Okay, Mark." "Susan," he called, "I need you over here. Everybody cover Susan when she says go." A second later, Susan yelled, "Ready? Go." Mark leaned out and fired his rifle until the bolt locked back on the empty magazine. He pulled back in to change it, and Susan was standing beside him. He was thankful the tree was large enough to cover all 4 of them. He dropped the empty magazine on the ground and rocked a fresh one into place. He didn't bend over to pick up the expended mag. Susan looked at him as if he had just committed heresy. Gunny had drilled into them that to never leave a magazine behind if they could help it. "Here, hold this," he told her, as he thrust his rifle her way. She took it, her eyes still wide. He unbuckled his pack and dropped it. Her face screwed up into a look of confusion. He reached out and took his FAL back. "I'm going to try to get close enough to the fence to take those guys out. Then we can get the hell out of here. I want you all to cover me as I move from tree to tree." "Mark, no. Wait for the reinforcements to get here. We can hold them off until then. We're going to be out of ammo long before Gunny's guys get here. This is the only chance we have." "But it's suicide. So is waiting here for help that ain't coming quick enough to save us. I'd rather go down trying than wait until we have no ammo left. Now listen. I'm going to sprint to the next tree. When I get there, I'll catch my breath real quick and then go for the next one. You watch me, and when you see me move, try to keep those bastards from shooting at me. Don't blow through your ammo, though. Only shoot if there's a target. Got it?" "Mark, you can't do this." "It's not up for discussion. Do you understand what I want you to do?" "Yes," she said solemnly. "One more thing. If something happens to me, I want you and the others to make a break for it that way." He pointed west. "Drop your packs so you can move faster, and make sure you cover each other. And tell Jess I love her."